Fantano beat me to it. Hey, angry! What's up? It's the Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite albums. And today I'm going to be doing an album review on the new Parannoul album, After the Magic. So, Parannoul, South Korean dream pop rock shoegaze artist, is back with his sophomore album, After the Magic. Now, I have known of this artist, I think a couple years ago when he had released To See the Next Part of the Dream. I am the first person on YouTube to review this album, and this album review blew up and became my most viewed album review on this channel. And still, to this day, it is still my most viewed album review video. So, in a sense, I almost had a sense of, ooh, nobody's talking about this artist, and I'm the only one. Death Grips to Fantano is like Parannoul to me. So I feel like there's a, there's almost man, I am the speaker for this artist now. But unfortunately, I was busy lately, busy with my school applications and everything, so I couldn't listen to this album fast enough to review it. And Fantano, as well as other reviewers like Not Real Music, who I also really enjoy watching, they beat me to it. So, it's pain. But still, I'm glad I'm able to review it today, right now. But yeah, anyways, To See the Next Part of the Dream is a fantastic album, even though there are a lot of moments on this album that are amateurish, and also this album isn't the most versatile album you can find in the genre. I still love how depressing it is. God, I love depressing music. I also like the inspirations of All About Lily Shoo Shoo. At the time of listening to this album, I haven't heard of the movie yet, but after watching the movie, I could totally understand why, and I appreciated the album even more. And then in the same year, Parannoul collaborated with Asian Glow and Sonyeos Tomam Konta with Downfall of the Neon Youth, which is an album that I like even more. It's more urban, it's more versatile, it's more aggressive at times. Last year, Parannoul didn't release anything except for an EP with Asian Glow called Paraglow, and I freaking love this EP. This is my favorite EP last year, and the track Hand is one of my favorite tracks last year. So, of course, I'm excited to hear that Parannoul is releasing a new album this year, After the Magic. This time, Parannoul definitely has changed his style a little bit. Instead of the slow, icy, depressing To See the Next Part of the Dream, After the Magic is not as depressing. It has stronger production, more refined instrumentals, more versatility, and this time it's a lot more positive and peppy and blissful. And in a lot of ways, this album is packed with love songs. And it's really interesting to see Parannoul using the same kind of style, but on, well, not necessarily love, but maybe on something really positive, relationship wise. So, anyways, we have the album opener Polaris, which is a slow jam with a sequenced beat with a jangly poppy hook. Right off the bat, I can already see Parannoul taking a more poppy direction, and I really like it. I love the build-up of the instrumentals to an epic climax with dense white noise, and I also like the dreamy lyrics. Very solid opener. And that is followed with Insomnia, which, if you're not caught up with the lore, is actually a track off of Downfall of the Neon Youth. And I'm happy to see this track appear again on this album because it is a solid track. I love the icy and sad guitars on top of harsh, speedy, breakbeat drums. It's shoegazy and sweet, but also simultaneously it sounds crushingly sad, especially with the lyrics about, well, insomnia. And I don't speak Korean, I don't understand Korean, but there are actually English translations for the song lyrics on Genius. And I really love the last couple of lines. I'm not afraid of the morning anymore, the moonlight doesn't shine during the day, which pretty much describes insomnia. And trust me, sleeping issues, I know a thing or two about it. Anyways, the next thing is Arrival, which is a track with a lot of synths and guitar riffs, blended with some glockenspiel keyboards with odd rhythmic drumming underneath. It's a really interesting instrumental combo, but structurally this track is a little bit all over the place. However, in the second half of the track, the guitar passages go extremely hard, and I really love that. Next up, we have We Shine at Night with the skippy drums and the absolutely gorgeous, nostalgic strings and pianos. This track is simultaneously wintry, like the album cover suggests, simultaneously explosive. And again, you can't talk about Parannoul without talking about the lyrics. The lyrics on this track almost recall a distant, beautiful memory, especially with the ending lyrics. Until we write our own stories, let's color every black and white day. If only I could jump into the blurry landscape and get in there. It's not over yet. Let's go back home. It's not over yet. Let's go back home. Again, really, there's a tinge of sadness to every song lyric, but also at the same time, there is a sense of joy. There's a sense of bliss to these lyrics, like recalling a beautiful memory, not letting go, but letting go at the end still, knowing that the memories will come back. And again, just very, I'd say, gorgeous, maybe a bit poignant. Then we have the track Parade, which is another track that I really like. I love the swaying grooves, the very earnest violins, the metallic tinkling glockenspiel. It all adds so much life to the track. And that is followed with Sketchbook with the talkbox synth vocals. And yeah, these talkbox vocals may sound kind of corny, but in this track it actually works because that is hit with noisy, crushing, sugary keyboards and also the refrains, "Sometimes I Miss You." I also love how multifaceted this track is as well, and the outro is just fantastic. That is followed with Imagination, which is a more straightforward, rocky track with a 4/4 drum beat. And yeah, it also has what sounds like flutes or woodwinds, which I really love. Whenever I hear flutes on any track, I immediately love it. That's one of my vulnerabilities. And I also like the lyrics, where we have, because that's what life is all about, we are becoming adults little by little. And that's what life is all about anyway. We are becoming adults little by little. I have a weak spot for lyrics and movies about growth and aging, so this one hit really hard for me as well. And that is also followed with Sound Inside Me, Waves Inside You, which is a really cool song title, by the way. This is a dreamy psychedelic track that gives itself a lot of space for atmosphere, and I love these swelling strings. It's very heavenly and emotionally overwhelming, and I also love the ending where it just vaporizes into thin air. The track Blossom is also a really solid track in my opinion. I love the sweet vocal layers, the festive keyboard sort of hanging over noisy guitars, as well as the banging percussion. Lyrically, it is about dreaming where a loved one is in it. Dream with you that I will never see again. We were happy. Like a fever, a pleasant sleep. I wish I could not wake up. And usually romantic songs about seeing a lover in a dream is corny as hell, but I can't say I dislike the lyrics on this track. I can't say that. No. And finally, the album ending, the title track, is a very peaceful, icy ending to the album, with some melancholic synths backed with a simple sequenced beat, with some violas as well. This is a stark contrast to the noisy rest of the album, but it also ends beautifully as the ending. It almost ends in a cinematic way as well. And I also love the ending lyrics. Every time Parannoul ends an album, it just ends off with something kind of strong, especially this one. Do not forget me, do not forget me, do not forget me, forget me not. Ouch. This hits really hard as well, because if there's one thing I would like to say to my secondary school classmates before we quote unquote graduated in 2020, it would be don't forget me. And 3 words is powerful enough to really conclude 6 years of being with them. But yeah, still, Parannoul has released another album, and I like this even more than To See the Next Part of the Dream. I think instrumentally it's a lot better, production-wise it's a lot stronger, and it just hits really hard once again, emotionally. I'm giving the new Parannoul album After the Magic a strong 8 out of 10. So, have you listened to the new Parannoul album? Comments below, let me know. Subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching.